Greetings, greetings, greetings across the earth. Greetings, free people. I tell the items I go and give it to them, them forget it. Information for days, decades, with us a share information. And we have a DUNCE P.M.U. Inspector of Police, criminally assault an intelligent sergeant of police. And the evidence are going to speak for itself. The evidence are going to speak for itself. This is why I say it is an individual thing out there, people. You're going to know the people that is outside of law by their conduct, by their actions or their inactions. When them say are wrong and by their inaction, they don't stop or try to prevent a wrong. And by their commission, you understand? This is how you find them guilty. This is why we have to record everything, both verbally and audio and, as you would say, video. You have to record these people. You have to take notes. You have to write information. You have to keep on recording these people. Why? Because it is your duty. You understand? Yeah, man. There are public servants out there. Corporate, to be specific. Public servant. When I say corporate public servant, on my platform here, we present a document to verify those claims, saying the government of Jamaica is in a corporate capacity listed as debtor. So they're actually corporate vendors acting in private capacity, which they need consent and delegation of authority to interact with the subjects. Because you have two classes of people here. You have people who subject themselves to the corporate body politic, which is a corporation. And you have people outside of that, such as myself, what I call, for lack of a better word, a Commonwealth citizens. And that is according to their law. People, when I run up and down with the semantics, because we don't say we are the original people. We are ahuuahkhuu Indian here. However, them have me in a fictitious jurisdiction by way of silent deception and inducement by fraud. This is where the senior sergeant of police from the Greater Portmore police station called 100-man police station. This is what this senior sergeant and two of his younger squaddies have done. Them stopped me on the road without probable cause. I wasn't trying to commit any crime. I wasn't engaged in any criminal activity. I was moving freely across my ancestral homeland. And them have a Constitution of Jamaica, which is the supreme law of the land, where these very police officers, the very public authority, the very public service commission, the very police service commission, they are outside of the constitutional law. And we are demonstrate that only because I have first-hand knowledge and I can demonstrate it with evidence, certification of fact. These guys are unqualified for the position or the office where them hold. They are defiling that office. They are polluting and corrupting the office. I'll show you a tape right now where you're going to see two distinct, separate and distinct police officers here. You have one purport himself to be a P.M.U. Inspector of Police who criminally assault an intelligent sergeant of police. One company that I work for, one company, same little company, same organization. But this is why I said there is good and bad, and this tape will demonstrate this thing crystal clear. However, I'm aware of the cognitive dissonance of our people. Even when the truth is presented, they'll fall right back to sleep because of the distractions out there. Pay attention, my people. It costs you nothing. You understand? All you have to do is paying attention. You understand? And then you choose to spend some time on the very information. Do your own due diligent research. Do your own due diligent research. Yeah, man. And I must say, before me even go any further, complete respect with honor, yeah man, to the Honorable Justice David Batts. Yeah man, that's the honorable man here in our island. When I say honorable, me I talk about, yeah. The first time I see the judge outside I'm office, well, I don't necessarily see him inside I'm place. But me up on a location, you know. And yeah, wife would have said XYZ and thing. And me also look at that. The man not have no bodyguard, the man not have no these man, you see the honorable people, like Madam, I saw these people rule. You see, because they're not criminal in them activity, them live freely. You understand? The one them will know, them totally cognizant, their volition is such, where them know them are engaged in a criminal activity, them have to always secure themselves, because they're always afraid. They're afraid of their very shadow. And this is why them pollute the Public Service Commission. This is why them not want no oversight. This is why them not have no police body cam. If this good, intelligent police sergeant of police never have an assistant there with a camera, probably would have murdered the police on the street side car if this was a regular subject out there. You know what I mean? Don't even talk about I as a free man. And when you listen to how this so-called inspector barking like a dog, we have demonstrated, say, boy, there are too much unqualified people out there without delegation of authority, meaning they have no lawful authority to be out there, to be in these offices, because they are dunce. And how you know they are dunce? Look at the two very police officers. One's purport to be an inspector. The other one, honestly and honorably, conduct himself respectfully. Because he could have fight and go on with himself. But him just maintain him decorum and say, listen, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? So people, take a look. And you, yeah man, you just decide for yourselves. Because when we talk, people don't necessarily believe. You understand? But then we believe the evidence when it's presented.
Problem with it.
All right. I'm a sergeant of police.
Yeah, I put you down.
And this is
You hear the attitude? Listen, people. This guy is just a regular man working for a company. He's working for a company. It's all corporate. They're all corporate in their capacity. And them have to have oath of office to restrict them from conduct such as this. And whenever you see them conduct themselves like this, they are lawbreakers, they are criminals, they are acting outside the scope of his authority. And this gentleman, sergeant of police, identify himself as such. And listen, this guy say he don't give a damn what kind of conduct. And I'm quite sure this happened in 2021. Him probably still have him job, him probably get promotion. And probably this sergeant now, probably under pressure, probably lose all fiend work. Time shouldn't, bring this to bear. This is the activity of these unqualified public servants, corporate public servants out there.
my driver's license. What else do you need?
Let me see your ID.
This is what.
Let me see your ID. Driver, I want to come here.
Here it is. You can't hold on to me like here it is.
Where driver's license? Let me have the driver's license.
Yeah, what? Here it is. Listen.
Let me.
Never say assault me.
Hold on, man.
Never say assault me. This is not how we do it.
Hold on.
You come out and
Driver, let me have the driver's license.
who you talk.
You hear how this police officer who is a regular man, I talk to a next police officer who is a regular man like him. However, because of their occupation, both of them are in a corporate capacity. Because the P.M.U. officer is an inspector, and probably outrank the sergeant. So this is why I'm a bully him this way, and it's inappropriate. I'm quite sure this intelligent sergeant of police have a wife, him have children, him have a friend where I video him have loved ones where, love him, respect him, and support him. And I'm quite sure this untidy inspector from the P.M.U, Property Management Unit, this is these people. You see how untidy his behavior is, how rude, how obnoxious. Can you imagine a little weak man that just get heart attack and fall on his face? Don't even mention the women, some little weak woman that just have wet them panty right now in front of this bully. This is how them, and the only reason why I'm doing it is because him have a, not even own firearm, him have a service government weapon on his hip. I guarantee if the brethren, the intelligence sergeant said, all right, put our gun aside and let's settle this like man, fist to fist. Or you can draw any stone, buckle, knife, cut, let's put the guns down. I bet you this inspector would stand down. Because from you see him, you know him unhealthy. You only want to give him one punch, that gut, and him going to roll over. That's it. And you hear the conduct of these unqualified corporate public servants out there. They are not lawful. They function, they operate outside the scope of the constitutional law, people. You've never have access to law. This is why the place is so lawless. The Constitution is there to keep these people, these rogue, rude and disrespectful corporate public servants in check. And you have to record them every time, all day, all day. Don't let them even know you're recording them. Once they're in their corporate capacity, representing a public trust, they're fair game. The only time you cannot record a police officer is in their private capacity, when them and them family going to church private. But even when them are undercover working as police, you record them very same way. So don't let the police talk about you can't record and them are going to do all kind of things. Record and let them do what them are do, and then you bring it to bear. Because these people are rogue in office. These are the people who make a mess. You understand? And these are the people who them elevate. Them can't elevate the intelligent sergeant of police. I don't think him going to get no more promotion after this. You understand? But them will elevate the DUNCE, where them can send on the road like some DUNCE, and them act just like this. Dangerous out there. What is the subject supposed to do? What is the free man and woman here supposed to do? How do we defend ourselves from these rogue, unlawful, criminal corporate public servants? How? What is our recourse?
Driver, let me have a driver's license. Who you talking to? Driver, let me have a driver's license. You're wrong. All right? Sir, you're wrong. Come on, you're wrong. You're pushing me. You're wrong. You're for me. Everything. Driver, let me have a driver's license. You're not going my driver's license after what you did to me. Driver, after what you did to me. After what you did to me, you're not going to have my driver's license. Driver. You assaulted me. You know, I identify yourself to me. You come out black on. I need that when you go them by yourself. You come with that breach at the road. Did I eat up?
Hear this man talk about you commit a breach of the Road Traffic Act. Where in the constitutional laws it make any provision for no such conduct? When it has said the constitutional law is the supreme law, and any other law, any act, anything that is inconsistent with such is void, no good. So these people, I give the impression as if they're lawful in their action, because I'm like to say, it's law. You have to ask, be specific, which law? Is it a private law or is it the public law? You have to be specific with these people. You understand? Because the devil is a liar, very deceptive, silent deception and inducement by fraud. That's what the traffic division is. A fraudulent construct, and we are demonstrated. And them have DUNCE people, where them elevate like inspectors and all these things. Here is a intelligence sergeant of police. I tell you, so they are there. But you have the DUNCE one them, like the one who pulled me over. You understand? And call my boy. You understand? And because I'm just easy and calm, you know what I mean? Probably if me that assert myself like this, police would even hear of me. But because I know, sir, when you see people that are stupid, from you recognize it, you just stand down and be easy and let, you know, due process take its course. You have no reason to stop me. You have no reason to put my car on a record. You have no reason to falsely imprison me and then give me a fictitious notice of recognizance. It's all a fraud, people. And fraud vitiate all things, vitiate all things, destroy all things. These people are fraudulent in their conduct, fraudulent in their activity, request the delegation of authority. By way of this P.M.U. Inspector of Police. Right there you see his conduct, he's outside of law. And if you say, are you upholding your public oath of office, in probably pull his service weapon and discharge it on you. And then them are going to say they are justified because it is a criminal cabal. Again, it is a criminal cabal, and I'll demonstrate that not everybody is there. It's an individual thing. You understand? You have people who choose good, and you have people who choose not good. So we are demonstrate these things.
Amigo, all that money to this road, we go through you. You see, the assault.
All the money for the phone, I'm going to go to overtake around the corner. Why you overtaking around the corner?
What you want to do? Stop. Why me for the offense and prosecute? You can't come out and push me.
You hear what the intelligent police officer said, I people? What you should do is stop. Warn me for the offense. And if you choose to prosecute me, you follow due process. And that is lawful. And we respect police officers who conduct themselves that way. Everybody safe, everybody go home. But with a bully like this, it's dangerous out there. And I'm concerned for even I loved ones, whether you're police or not, because this is a police officer, this inspector, was done like ratbat, totally, criminally, assault, embarrass, undermine, and them are same police. So people, be careful. The moment they are not upholding their public oath of office, they are criminal in their conduct. You understand? You stand down, you wait until someone who is proper, justice, David Batts, these are people who are honorable out there. Madame, honorable, Simone Maddox, these are people who are honorable out there. Honorable Chief Judge, Sir Chester Crooks, these are people who are honorable out there. You have quite a few others, I just not have the names then, but my documentation by way of the case number will verify all of my claims then. Because I have all I sit and record it when I can just bring everything in front of you. And you just match it up with the case numbers and you guys do your own due diligent research. You have a honorable judge when I go in front of the criminal court at halfway tree. This was when them charged me for forgery and fraud. This was when Detective Sergeant Kirk Roach confiscate my driver's license, which I endorse. And him confiscate my birth registration form, which I endorse. And them I say, boy, I forgery and fraud. And all I do is demonstrate to them. So the moment I do X, Y, Z, it's outside of their authority. I'm going to show them the laws will govern these things. And them stand down inside the court. In fact, that judge was very animated. And all she was chanting is that she get fair authority from the Governor General, which is right, which that was a way of she telling me, say, yo, this is a constitutional matter. Even though it's there, but watch out. We sit down upon the law here. But at the time, I now pre these things. Now, I get the clarity. And I say, salute you, madam. This is a lady who said, when the prosecutor said, Mr. Dallas said the laws of the government of Jamaica do not apply to him. And this madam, honorable lady, honorable, she just scream out in the court and said, not even parliament, loud in the court, people. Yeah, man, that's all the prosecutor, I see him get freed, and I say, Not even parliament, madam. And, you know what I mean? And me just stand up and look and wonder, wagwan. And madam just sit back in her big chair and just look for me and look on the court and say, well, him have that right. But if him want to go on an island by himself, him better have a coconut tree, and then she start, you know, gone into the theoretical part of the court. But I salute this, madam, because you communicate with me judicially, silently, but forgive me for not getting it at the time, like how I have the clarity at this moment. So don't think my out here gonna be rude. It's the moment them now uphold them out of office, I call them all kind of thing. I talk about underneath them. I talk about what kind of man. You understand? Them woman asleep without on the street. I talk about what kind of woman. And even if the man have other man would have start expose these things. That's how we're gonna deal with you guys. Once we find you outside of law. Because we never can physically do nothing at all. All we can do is embarrass you people. Shine light on the trash that you people are. You know what I mean? As corporate public servants. You can only be an officer when you uphold the public oath of office. Salute to the honorable, she's probably a chief judge now, Madame Simone Maddox. These are people where I man will salute. Yeah, man, stand up straight and salute only because of their honor, my people. This is where it comes down to. So the moment you see a police act rude and disrespect, from a police now say, good evening, how are you? When you're a subject, when you're a citizen. Once them now greet you pleasantly, you know them outside of the law. Be careful, start recording. Don't speak, don't fidget, don't move. These are criminals now. You understand? Let the courts and the public courts, the public arena, you know what I mean, validate whatever claim you're going to bring forward. So you have to record these people every single time. When you see a police, you start recording. The only time you don't record a police, when you see them go home or in a private setting. But the moment you know they're on duty and thing, you start recording. It's very important. It might just save your life. And you do not have to tell them you're recording. You understand? Because they are public officers, corporate public officers. They should be public officers, but because they are corporate public officers doing business, it put them outside of the scope of the authority of the Constitution. This is why I say a big bulldog cannot disrespect this simple, intelligent police officer, sergeant of police. They are there. The good people are there. Them just need people like us. We them need. We can't break laws. We can't be criminal and then I go bring criminal to justice. No, we have to be righteous. We have to be lawful so we can instill and maintain the law. And when there is no law, we do not participate. We do not get involved. You understand? This is what it is, I people. They are them just do not know it. It's right there. It's always been there, but you had no access to it. This inspector is a lawbreaker. Easy to identify.
You are going to let me have your driver's license. You shoot with my gun. Oh, driver, let me have your driver's license. I'm not going to have my driver's license. Go in, video everything, you know. Driver, everything. Let me have your driver's license. You are black the road, you know. And you are black the road. Me not black the road. Driver. You are black the road, no. You must have told me to go any further with you. You're going to go further. You're going to go further with you, know. I gave them instruction, you know. I gave them instruction.
Yeah, I hear this man talk like say I'm a man child, but you give instruction and you have no authority. Insanity. Total insanity. Which filthy man can come in front of acting so rude, obnoxious, and disrespectful, and then I talk about you want people comply with an untidy guy like you? You're fortunate. Because I'm quite sure if some other police officer, them wouldn't take it like that.
And I see that you come out and you stand with your gun and identify yourself to me. I'm a sergeant of police. Everybody should have been shoot you. And you are the road. You're checking me out.
This intelligent sergeant of police expressed that he's a sergeant of police. That means him have other younger police, junior police under his command will show him respect. And this untidy guy totally undermined the very police, company where them I work with, totally disrespectful. These are the things where we have to highlight. We can't deal with things like that. Can you imagine if it was a regular subject citizen? You understand? Or if it's a Commonwealth so-called citizen such as myself, them man would have physically assaulted him. Well, him actually physically assaulted, but I know him would have shoot somebody. Look at this man. Him can't, him can't have a job right now. Him shouldn't have a job, but I'm quite sure because the construct seem to have criminals there, he might still be working. But people like them, I come in front of people like them, at the moment I detect them unlawful and cannot read and write, I have nothing to say. Absolutely nothing to say. Yeah, do what you have to do, and then the courts will resolve it. God, there is honorable people out there. I keep saying it. But you have the filthy and tidy ones that I tell us about some traffic act. Where in the Constitution it says your traffic act is law? And who does your traffic act applies to? And doesn't it require consent? And if you do not consent, go about your business. Unless you suspect criminal activity, probable cause, then you can engage. And we're not going to interfere when you engage criminals out there. We will never interfere because we lawful over here. And the people, most of the people, are lawful people on this island. You know what I mean? The criminals, them are what we don't create. And the moment the criminals, them get some knowledge, the criminality are going to cease on their part. Them are going to run from phone criminality. Because them are going to discover, say, it's commerce, it's business. It's business will empower you guys. The moment you're lawful, your guys' authority stop way out there. Your legality stop way out there. Yes. We can't accept this kind of behavior from corporate public servants, these corporate vendors. It's always about money for them.
Everybody should have it. You can't use a camera. I know police, you can't use a camera too.
You man,
You do all that.
you can let me have the driver's license.
Me want to take somebody, if he come with a beat. Do the proper channel, you can't come out and push me and drag on for me.
Driver,
What is your name?
The intelligent sergeant of police said this criminal inspector slap him. Can you imagine, my people? You're a grown man with your family and children and have to go home and feel dejected knowing say a criminal police slap you up like you're a little child on the road. And then you go through a court system and nothing happened to it. And then him go drink and brag and laugh and say, boy, I'm just beat up them boy. Yo, them things they're unacceptable. And don't think everybody are going to accept that. You hear what I'm telling you? You're a man. You're not God. You're a man. Just like I. Just like every other man. You're a man. You understand? Yeah. And there is always accountability. When we can forgive, yeah, it is forgiven. You understand? But when we not going to forgive, it will never be forgotten. Never be forgotten. Yeah, man. Never be forgotten. Blood to blood. This is how it is. Blood to blood. You're unlawful in your activities out there. There's only one law that governs this island, and that's the constitutional law of this land. And the binding contract is chapter 3, section 13, subsection 4. It binds you people contractually. But because you're not dunce like Rockbot, you ignore these things. And the very section 3, subsection 5, it addresses the juristic person, which is a sophisticated financial instrument, which is a surety. That's the only thing these people can interface with. That surety, and they must adhesively attach you to that surety in order to gain some kind of imaginary jurisdiction when it's only imaginary. You guys are outside the scope of your authority. You're outside of law. You're no better or different from a common criminal. You understand? And you're going to have lawful police will start put some of you criminal police down. You understand? And the very subject citizen will be able to distinguish between right and wrong, what is good and what is not. You guys are trash in your corporate public capacity. You're done, says Ratbat. You understand? You can only function by way of contract, but you're operating outside of law. And somebody have to bring it forward. And I am here, truly, while I'm on a sip I coffee with a cayenne pepper. Yeah.
What is your name?
Driver, let me have your driver's license.
You have driver's
Up to
license.
now, you have not complied with one of my requests.
See, you block up the road there.
I said up to now.
Hey, what do you think that this enough? And I think you block up the road enough. I think
Driver.
you block up the road.
I'm Inspector Taylor. Let me have your driver's license. And that's it.
I'm have to check this Inspector Taylor psychologically to see if mentally incompetent to even carry a gun. You understand? Because when I demonstrate to us on videos that him don't even qualify for the position when him all, how him get it. Must Andrew Holness appoint him, because Andrew Holness like to appoint the people and him can lay with. You understand? This guy need to be evaluated and checked and removed from public service. It's a service capacity. Service means you provide an offer. We can reject your offer, your public service offer, your public service offer to contract. People, pay attention and listen, man. I man have to walk this walk, but uno can get it, you know. Nothing fancy, you know. Grassroot, you know. This is our reality, you know. It's called silent deception and inducement by fraud. Once a police officer engages you without a public oath of office, it is silent deception and inducement by fraud. So now perpetrate fraud upon the public. But there is no one here to demonstrate it until I am he. Tell you so I shouldn't start with me.
Driver said, let me have your driver's license.
Remember that. Remember the assault.
Driver, let me have your driver's license. That's it. Up to now, you have not complied with any of the requests.
Yeah, well, I must say, up to now, we have not complied. You hear the argument of this man acting in the capacity as a corporate public servant. I tell you, say you're supposed to comply. Can you imagine if this was a subject citizen? He would totally decimate that citizen if that citizen chose to stand up for what is right and correct. This is the problem we have out here with these dangerous criminals. Disguise themselves within the public authority. You have them in the courts as court officers, very same type of people, acidic, kerosene type of people, very ill-tempered, ill-mannered type of unqualified type of people. You understand? As corporate public servants out there. They can only be public officers if and when they choose to uphold the supreme law of the land, which is the Constitution of Jamaica. Listen to the illiteracy of this P.M.U. Inspector of Police.
Well, then what is all right, then what is that? You get my name. What is your name, sir?
I am Sergeant Barrington Martin, sir. You're out of
From Sergeant Barrington Martin, friend.
You can't come out and push me and drag one for me. Me now, you know, driver's license. You do the wrong way, Mr. Taylor, for me to explain that. And you have blocked up the road.
Sergeant.
See, you have blocked up the road.
Sergeant.
See, you have blocked up the road.
Sergeant.
And you have blocked up the road.
That's not.
Look on the stance of this man. You saw him stand up. The only reason why, you know, this intelligent sergeant of police is probably alive is because him have video there. You understand? Because if this a night and dark and him by himself, I'm quite sure it's a different story. He would have to really, really defend his life from a bully like this. This is scary. And our people overlook these things and say, yeah, it's funny. Yeah, a police disrespect and it's fun. It's not funny. It's not funny. This guy need to be reprimanded. This guy need to lose his work and can't get no work nowhere. So next man can see him on the road and him defend himself like how him a go on now. Him can't even get a license firearm. These people are incompetent out there. And these dunce people are dangerous because they have weapons out there.
Alright? Alright. Remember for your plan, you know, Tatiana. You drive on police and you push the bar to where station. I don't know where you station. Property man.
Listen to this, dunce.
And when that maintain that where station, Sir Martin? Remember where do you know, Tatiana? Sir Martin, I am from the property man where they say that me. Sir Martin, which division are you from?
Yes, so the moment Mr. Martin get film supervisor on the phone, we can communicate with this inspector. This inspector turn, tail, and run. You understand? Because now everything are technology, you know. When you talk on phone, you get recorded and you don't know, you know. So you have to record them, you know, and them not have to know. You understand? You have to always record these people for your safety. Always. If them do anything, you're dead and gone, they record, I got proof, say them wrong. Always record these people. Why? Because they're in a public capacity, they're corporate public servants. Without a delegation of authority, they are no different from a security guard. No different. The delegation of authority put them in a governmental capacity where you should show them respect because they are in honor. They are lawful in their capacity because they uphold the public oath of office. When them subject themselves to the private Bar Member Association and the Freemasonic Organization, then they're outlaw in office. Don't let them fool you with their fanciness. They're criminals, common criminals, treacherous, treasonous traitors. That's what they are. You go do the research. Don't take my word for it.
Mr. Martin, which division are you from? Sergeant Martin. Sergeant Martin, which division are you from?
Right. Take my phone from me.
Which division are you from?
You say we're that little policeman where him not have nothing to do with it. Not all to do with it. I gotta tell the big man about don't. See it? Him I gotta tell the big man don't video. You know what I mean? Because him feel like him want to get involved, but him not to go up on camera. You're in a public capacity. Once you step inside an incident, you're in a public capacity and you get video whether you're in a plain clothes or not. On an outer order for things, so boy, some traffic act can give you an authority for bully everybody, for disrespect everybody, because you know, say, some presume authority and have law. Which law? Is it the public law or is it a private criminal law? Which law are you guys talking about? Be specific, because there's only one law that governs this land of Jamaica. One. And the Constitution provides such. So which law are you people in your corporate public capacity talking about? Is it your private law, which requires consent?
Take my phone from me.
Which division are you from? Sergeant Martin, which division are you from?
Bossy. You know, sir, overtake you.
You hear the intelligence sergeant of police. It's the respect when give him superior. Him go up on the phone and him say, bossy, and start express. Now this police, inspector of police, were ruled out of order and dunce like rat back. Him hear that, you know, and watch what him do.
Now, overtaking at the junction, right? The man come up on it. As a result, they have to pass the vehicle when they have overtaken because they would have been.
You see him on them up right there. So him that they are listening now. Him know what's to come up. So he's a bigger boss now. We'll come and dress him now. And him can't deal with that. Because I'm a bully the little senior sergeant of police. You understand? And I guarantee if this senior sergeant of police was like 6'5" and weigh about 340 pounds and look mean like Bounty Killer when Bounty Killer get upset, I don't think he would have behaved that way in front of him. But because this man here is an honest, honorable little young police sergeant are doing thing, respectable brethren, so him carry and conduct himself neat. You understand? Him probably off duty, but you see him in a little t-shirt and him jeans and him neat. And then this other one like him I go up on some bull farm. Me I show you said, boy, there is distinction out there. So don't just judge all police, my people. Request their public oath of office. And when them not have no interest in it, you know them are outlaw. You understand? You know they are breaking laws out there. That's it. It's easy. Watch this. DUNCE police run from the truth and run from a superior police officer.
Accident. Finally reach. Yesterday.
Templar estate.
Black me in the bridge. The man promoting him, but man, shot me on the car, push me around, slap me, and now I identify myself in the mouth. You have a police car, you know, give me no time to charge, you know. Saying you're Inspector Taylor. Yes, he has saw me.
Listen, you can hear the emotion and the passion in this intelligent, bright sergeant of police voice. You can hear it. You understand? The man is really upset and it is embarrassing because here am I present it again and I like I mean to do it, but we have to highlight these things. We have too much incompetency on our island and it starts with the head. If the head is immoral, you can't talk to lawful people. You're outside of our scope because we deal with righteousness. You understand? And this is why you have police officers where, you know, unqualified for them police posts, but them out in the public being mischievous and being dangerous. So when I speak, I not speak sideways. We always can bring evidence, you know what I mean, for verify whatever statement we are make. You understand? All we have to do is just ask feet and we present it. That's it.
Push me on the car and drive on my face. No.
Sergeant, which division are you from?
I have black up road with the police.
Sergeant, which division are you from? Sergeant, which division are you from?
Okay, sir.
Sergeant, which division are you from?
Now talk to you again because you come out and you push me. I saw me dealing with the
Sergeant,
you assaulted me.
Sergeant, you want to stop you and you don't comply with none of the requests?
You said if you come out that car and you come out.
Sergeant,
So I have to do.
let me see your driver's
So
license.
you're blocking up the road and you have black up the
No,
road.
Sergeant, I said let me see your driver's license.
And you have black up the
Let me
road.
see your driver's license.
See that in your... Put that away.
Sergeant, you let me see your driver's license. I'm not a fuck, I need to see your ID.
You need to see my ID again.
Yes,
Me not see yours.
your ID.
Me not see yours. And then some men have black up the road. See police have black up the road. We don't see police have black up the road. Watch it. Look there.
Sergeant, I need to see your ID.
Remember, say you assaulted me, you pushed me on the vehicle, and you draw your gun for me.
Sergeant, I need to see your ID. You take out ID up to know I'm not certain if it's a legitimate ID. Let me see your ID.
You see the foolishness what the DUNCE are talk about. Well, look on the foolishness. All you're gonna see a man in front of you demonstrate his authority. If this intelligent sergeant of police never have a witness here, I don't know how this thing would have turned out, even when I broad daylight.
Alright? What's the number? 0642. What's the number?
So what I want to tell you, the whole time that you assaulted.
Yeah.
And that's what
Yeah.
Yes, people. Yes, I people. This is where we just share the basic information. And I demonstrate, say, boy, sometimes when you have incompetence out there, it create all kind of problems. And because the Jamaican populace do not know where to find law, because I remember I tell Detective Sergeant Kirk Roach back in 2019, 2020, when he was telling me about it is the supreme law of the land to register and insure my vehicle. I tell him, say, him do not know what the supreme law of the land is, and him do not have access to it. And I was correct, because I did have to direct them to the Jamaica Constitution to show them what the law is. Just like how me I forgot definitely do this again. You understand? These people are outside the scope of law, outside the scope of authority, and they are common criminals. You understand? What law are they governed by? Some private law will have nothing to do with the public. So you have to be specific. Are you upholding your public oath of office today? And when them ignore these things, they are no longer officers. They're corporate public servants, corporate vendors, trying to fleece you by way of silent deception and inducement by fraud. So the moment you have to participate, it's fraudulent, because they might induce you. You know, go on your own. If you don't show up, these guys send people come destroy you, basically. So the moment them put you in a prison, they don't necessarily ever try to let you out. You understand? And because them a criminal, they will make you get hurt inside the prison. Same way. You understand? Unless you're a man like me, where man I got just know, so watch out. Yeah, Babylon does a pressure them man, you call them righteous. And even so, you're still at risk. Yeah, man. So let truth reign out the people. And salute to the good, proper public officers out there who uphold their constitutional oath of office. That's when they are in honor. So we salute these kind of people out there. We don't necessarily have issue with these kind of people, but the criminals in office, you got always have problems. So record, always document their activities, always document their activities. Record. It's your right. It's your duty. They are public servants. You understand? Yes. Complete respect, Joel Jagwasi. Out there, my Lord. Again, with us, I bring information forward. Gratitude for share this information in the group chat. Made have to bring it forward, only to highlight that there is good cop and there is bad cop. And we salute the good cop. We maintain them public oath of office. We salute those people. Because if we have anybody we're in there, we are encourage them to do the right thing every time. Yeah, man, all when bad things happen to you, you would have to do the right thing every time. That's it. And your job is done. Complete respect with power out there. Free people. The brave may fall, but never yield. And we say bold and brave. Firm and strong. Knowledge over ignorance. Again, intelligence. Yeah, man. Knowledge, correct knowledge over ignorance. Remove these dunce, unqualified police from this office. Clean it up, man. You can. You can. Clean it up, man. Whole heap of righteous ones out there, man. Whole heap of good police ready for, take on this thing proper. Down to bad man, I gotta start respect, and stop bad. When them say honorable police and no say honorable police, bad man, I go literally I say, where I say, the thing change, dash for this man and get my computer and go link the sovereign man. And that I got at me, But the moment my people are engaged in a criminality, the devil have a unlimited source of funding. So them now going to implement body cam for you say exactly what them going to do, but them going to implement everything else. You understand? Every single thing else will be implemented. But it's the technology will hold them accountable. They will not implement it. And my people miss it. Them rather talk about trivial mess. You understand? So to the free people out there, guts, salute, gratitude. With a complete respect. With power. Yeah, man. Hard for you enslave a man where read and write on a level where you not teach your own subjects to do. Very hard to enslave a man or a woman who read and write on a level where you do not teach your public subjects to do. Can't enslave with. It's impossible. Because you have to enslave the mind first. And we are expressed, we are autonomous in our thinking. Yeah, this is why we do our thing a little bit different from the subjects out there. Yeah, man. So, hi, people. And knowledge make you free. And it's not the distractions where them provide for it. It's true knowledge that make you free. Gratitude for the time. Gratitude for your presence out there. Soon pass through again with more information. Yeah, man. Them are get it, man. Them are get information for decades. Them are go get it, man.